Hello, it came from the radio people. This is Dr. Feldy. I'm here with Nainesh Patel. He's an HR professional, model, and actor who found his calling in 2019. So, Nainesh Patel, he's here right now. What is your calling, according to you?
My calling, according to me, I found my calling back in 2019 when I first got casted for New York Fashion Week through my agent, La Creme. They're based in New York, Miami, and in Jersey and in LA recently. And I found my calling as a runway model for New York Fashion Week in 2019. That's when I found my other passion in the entertainment world rather than just doing a 9 to 5, being content with a 9 to 5 in HR. And that's where I actually found my calling, where I walked the runway, I walked for different designers. And ever since, I've been in it since 2019.
So now, being a model, I'll be 42 in September. Being a model back in the 80s, 90s, you had to be really, 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 really skinny and you had to be really tall. Like most women, they wanted about 5'9" and up. If you were 5'7.5", maybe you could do runway at 5'7". So, as someone that helped cast the New York Fashion Week in 2022, what things did you look for when casting the models?
I looked to when I casted for 2022 for New York Fashion Week. I looked for personality. I looked for the looks, their walks, and if they had some issues with their walks, I would actually tell them, "Hey, walk for me again, but make sure you stand up straight, a great posture. Don't look down when you walk. Look straight at me. Do not smile."
Height matter now with runway? I was just asked this by an actress on set. Do they have height requirements for runway still?
No,
I
not
spent.
like, hold on, not like 80s and 90s. Hold on, I hear my heater going on and I don't want to be,
No, you're all right. We don't
interrupted.
hear it.
Yeah, so uh as I was saying, modeling today is not like modeling from the 80s and 90s where women had to be skinny like a skeleton, had to be minimum 6 foot. Men had to be 6'1", 6'2", muscular. But in today's age and in today's world, in the entertainment world, all models come in all shapes and sizes. It doesn't matter if you're obese, if it doesn't matter if you're, plus size, skinny. It does not matter as long as you can fit into the clothes and you have that camera look.
Hmm. So now you're a model yourself now, and you're going to Florida in April. I think you said April 24th. April 25th is actually the birthday of two of my favorite people, and one of our guests, Greg Chaffee, the other day. So now I know now three people with April 25th, which is also, I think, Al Pacino's birthday and also Anzac Day in Australia. So you'll be heading there for a Calvin Klein show. So tell us, what will you be modeling? And will you be following a specific diet or workout plan to prepare?
No, I'm just gonna be as is, as me, just I eat clean, I eat healthy, I drink half a gallon to about a gallon of water a day. And the shoot is actually for the spring and summer collection of Calvin Klein, and it's gonna be shot not on a runway, it's gonna be a beach photo shoot in South Beach. So I'm gonna be wearing different outfits from Calvin Klein, matching, I guess, shorts, t-shirts, um open shirts, sneakers, boat shoes, whatever Calvin Klein has, I'm gonna be modeling at the beach.
Wow. Yeah, I remember Calvin Klein back in like 91. It was Kate Moss, and you had to be skinny, skinny, skinny. She must have been like 90 pounds or so. And it's totally, totally different aesthetic than we see nowadays. We see Lizzo modeling. So it's very interesting. It's nice to see that you don't have to starve yourself to death or become a cigarette addict to be a model.
No, 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 not like that. Not like the years ago. No.
Now, all right, now I heard that in another interview, you said that you hope to work with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Vin Diesel. There was one other person. So, what is it about Vin Diesel and The Rock that you want to work with them?
Well, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I want to work with him because he came from nothing and became a big icon in the entertainment industry. He came here with $7 in his pocket, and he actually named his own production company called Seven Bucks Production. And I want to work with him because I look up to him. He was a wrestler, now he's an actor. I would love to work on some of his movies that he produces. And Vin Diesel, uh, Fast and the Furious saga. I love cars. I love fast cars, especially American Muscle.
Now, being a model and being an actor usually involves some type of sacrifice or things that you got to say no to. Sorry, can't do this right now. What things have you sacrificed or put to the side?
Okay, so I was casted in a horror film called Renegades from
Pass.
Hell.
Mhm.
I did the trailer with the cast back in 2023, and just recently in October, I had to decline the filming because there was no pay. And
Mm.
the cast members had to fly down to Jay, Florida, which is in the vicinity of Tallahassee. And I just couldn't go down there for 12 days to film with no pay.
Yeah.
He had no budget. He had no budget.
Well, that's something you had to turn down. But I'm wondering, oh, I'm a model, I'm an actor now. Sorry, I can't do this. Maybe you had to end a relationship, or maybe there's things day to day like eating donuts or going out late and partying. Are there things that you have to skip to maintain this model actor life?
Um, Nothing to skip. To answer that question, there's nothing to skip. I just, eat what I eat. I eat clean. And I don't have to eat donuts. I don't eat donuts much anyway. Once in a while, I have a donut or two.
What do your family and friends think about your modeling in April? Are they
You
gonna
know,
come with you?
that's
Are
a
they gonna
great
cheer
that's
you
that's a great
on?
question. That's a great question, Doc.
Hmm.
At first, my family was always adamant about, oh, just do your 9 to 5. We put you into school, for education to get your career going. Just continue with the career as an HR professional on the pharma, biotech, and IT side. But then after I would say 2 years into the entertainment industry, they saw my potential. They saw my runway walks. They saw that I had, professional pictures done by casting agents. And even on the runway, people, photographers were taking snapshots of me while I'm on the runway. And also, what made them really support me more is when in 2022, I was on a podcast for Stardom 101 magazine. And that's when they heard the podcast. It was like 30 minutes. I was interviewed. Um, Same thing you're doing, interviewing me
Let's
about my
listen to it. That's
calling.
what I'm referring to. Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so when I found my calling and why I chose the entertainment industry. And I told the interviewer that listen, we all are born with a talent. We need to show our talent out to the world because a lot of us Americans are, majority of them are content with a 9 to 5. But some, maybe a handful, they have talent. So why not show the talent to the world? Do something else besides a 9 to 5.
I
Bring
think
out your talent. Bring out your talent.
right. I think yeah, we're in this boom right now where people are into showing their talent, and I agree with that. People should definitely have some self-expression and just type in all day in the 9 to 5 and hiding out in a basement and being the stapler guy in office space can really beat you down. But on the flip side, I'm going to say that I think we have very few people who are talking about farming because where do we get our food from? The farmer, industrial farmers, a lot of times they barely break even. But if everyone put as much talent or as much of their effort and energy into farming, into even if it's creating a little plot of land in their own backyard, front yard, side yard, house, and shared it with their neighbors as they did into becoming an influencer or an actor, I think this world would be a lot better place. Or even trash collecting. Let's say we all devoted 3 hours a week to picking up trash, or 4 hours a week into farming or to helping a neighbor clean up their house, because we have this obsession now where everyone, their mother and their grandmother wants to be an actor or an influencer. And I'd say maybe we should get rid of three-quarters of the actors and make them be farmers, and maybe the world would be a better place.
I agree with you.
A
But
lot
we
of
all have to
attention.
eat, right? We need farmers.
We all need
They
to
have to
eat,
grow vegetables. We got to
and then we
eat.
could trade it. We could, and we could have healthy food, because right now, a lot of, I'd say the majority of film sets, they serve junk. They serve absolute junk that ruins your brain, ruins your body, causes all these diseases, and then they got to end up taking different drugs or God knows what. So
Right.
I'm happy to see people expressing themselves. I'm also love to see people grow more food, get back to nature.
Yeah, I grow food in my backyard. Spring, summer, I grow vegetables.
Oh, what are you growing? Tell us about what you're growing.
Tomatoes, string beans, eggplant, green squash,
You,
snow peas, fresh saffron, fresh cilantro, coriander, mint
see?
leaves.
You're doing exactly what I love. You're acting, you're working, and you're making food. That's right. That's a trifecta.
It's the best, you know. It's like you're your own farmer, but you're on your own property and you're growing your own vegetables where you're gonna eat them yourself. So why not grow your own vegetables and eat them instead of going to the store and buying some vegetables that are probably half rotten?
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of rotten, what are some challenges that you've had in this entertainment business? What are some hurdles that maybe you haven't overcome or think you have overcome?
Some of the hurdles I faced is, constantly doing auditions and getting
Mm,
rejected.
mm.
And the casting directors will tell me, "Oh, you're not mean enough, or you're not scared enough." For example, I auditioned for a role for extortion thugs, as a liquor store owner. And I had to do the audition, like I say, self-tape audition, but I had to do it in a Indian accent because I'm Indian. So, but then I did three takes, and all three takes, the casting director said, "I liked your accent, but you didn't show enough fear."
Ah,
And she also said about
mm.
my face and my eyes. She's like, "Your eyes do not tell that you're afraid. You don't show fear with your eyes. You have a beautiful soul." She's like, "You have a beautiful soul. You have to bring out your meaningness. You're not, what is that word? Not meaning. Bring out your other side of you."
Were you able to do it in a next audition, or not? They just cut you?
I did not pursue another audition after that.
All right. Well, you know what? Next time, the director should just scare you. Because if they scare you, maybe I get a natural reaction. Maybe throw
I
something
actually had
at
my
you.
best friend, my brother, Brian C. King. He actually was in the frame with me, and he held a
Hmm.
gun to my head, like a fake gun, of course, it's a prop. But
Right.
and still, that third take, even with the gun in my head saying, "Give me your money right now, or I'm gonna kill you," I did not show enough fear.
Maybe because you knew him, he was
I
your
was
brother.
stuttering like crazy, and I
I would
had him
say
spray some water on me, so I'm sweating, but I didn't show
if
enough
your
fear.
brother really wanted to help you, you know what he'd do? He'd bring in someone that you don't know, and then you'd have a third party come in and really scare you, because you already know your brother's there, you know you're acting. So maybe next time you gotta have someone really come in and get that real method acted and make it happen. But you know what? That's just one movie and that's just one lesson. And maybe you'll find out, it's a blessing that you weren't involved, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it would have been a life changing role. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so now, what is something that you want to do in this life before you die? Anything.
The last thing I want to do before I die, you know
Anything,
what?
you
My
got to do
ultimate,
it.
huh?
Anything. It doesn't have to be the last thing you do, but it has to be one thing you do in this life before you die.
One thing I want to do in my life before I die, I want to get onto the big screen. That is my ultimate dream and goal.
Which
Supporting
big screen?
role or lead role. I want to be on that big Hollywood screen and theaters globally. I want to be
So,
in a major production.
so why Hollywood? Hollywood is full of a lot of empty buildings and homelessness, and a lot of movies aren't being shot in Hollywood, although I've heard that they're bringing back tax incentives. So, why do you want to be in a Hollywood screen?
Because that's where I will make my money and get noticed out there, and I can get more gigs.
Maybe.
And it's not about the
Now,
money. It's about, for me, it's about exposure. Because, like, ever since I got my calling and in the entertainment world, I kind of like, what is that? There's a word I'm looking for. I kind of had my heart set on the entertainment world where, you know what? I can be an actor. There's not enough Indian actors out there, and we need more Indian actors in Hollywood. Not Hollywood, California, like just the, in production, like Sony Pictures, Paramount Pictures, major production companies, and get some more Indians out there in Hollywood rather than Bollywood.
I see. I see. All right. So now back to your modeling, April 24th for Calvin Klein. Now, do you ever pose in the mirror and make different faces to get ready so then you know without a mirror? Because a lot of times I used to be a model in my younger years. I would either have a mirror or a self-facing camera so then it was almost like a monitor so I could see what I'm doing and I didn't have to just guess. So could you maybe show us for the viewers like maybe like a serious face or a couple of faces? Could we do something test out some of your faces?
Can I stand up?
You could do whatever you want as long as you're in frame. As long as that camera can see you, that's all. That's all we need. Oh no, you're out. You're out already. Nope, can't see you. Got to sit down. Sorry about that. Nope. All right, here we go. So let's do a mysterious face.
Mysterious face.
Come closer. Come closer. We got to see you. There we go. All right, we're gonna have to see you right there. Yeah, mystery Calvin Klein face. All right, listeners on the radio, he's doing his mystery face. Now let's see. Oh, I just saw the love of my life face. Let's see that. Come a little closer.
The love of my life.
Yeah, let's help you sitting down like you were before, because you're getting all out of frame here.
Okay, let me sit down.
Yeah, let's have you come back. You're getting all blurry. This is getting all cockamamie over here.
All
Let's
right.
just go back. All right. We don't have a photographer on his side. All right, so let's get your love of your life face there. Just saw the love of your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he just saw the love of his life. He's acting for Calvin Klein. Oh, he's so happy. And who is this love of your life? What does she look like?
She is 5'5".
Oh,
Oh, brownish hazel eyes,
mm-hmm.
well educated, beautiful soul, awesome, awesome personality, and
Hmm.
matches my energy.
I like that. So actually, it's going to be one of the last questions. Going to get a little metaphysical on you. Do you believe in soulmates? Do you believe that there's someone or one person or many people meant for you romantically in this world?
Honestly, soulmate, that word, I would say it's passé. You know what? When someone looks for a life partner, don't look for their looks. Look for their personality, their souls. Don't worry about what they make, weekly, monthly, yearly. It all comes down to your life partner who will be with you through thick and thin.
You think
Don't
that
ever
we're
put money into a relationship
you
or
think we're
status.
supposed to?
Oh,
We're
what do you do
supposed to
for a
have
living? You're a
life?
doctor. Oh, great.
Oh
No, no,
yeah.
no. Doesn't matter.
Right,
Does
right,
not
right.
matter.
You think that we're all supposed to have romantic life partners, or you think that's what everyone's meant to do?
Everyone's meant to do, but you know what? Romance will never die. To
Will
me,
never
romance will
die.
never die. You love someone so much, you love hard, that romance will never die.
Your romance alive. This is more a question for the Man Success Network on how to keep a lady around. But what are some tips maybe for male viewers on how to keep a woman around and keep that romance alive?
Compliment her, bring her flowers, help around the kitchen, uh, do things that women do, like, cook. Maybe teach yourself how to cook. Women love that nowadays. Men cooking in the kitchen, men
That's
taking
true.
control of the kitchen.
I'm going to give you the final thought today. Anything you'd like to share with us?
I do want to share one more thing.
Yeah.
Today, before our call, I just got confirmed for another project. So, his name is Christopher Jones, based in El Paso, Texas. He is the producer and director for his upcoming film called Lucky Seven. It's very similar to that movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman from
Just
95,
talking
I
about it
believe.
yesterday. Yeah, I was just talking about
Um,
it.
so he's gonna have me play a forensic officer to solve crime and murder scenes.
So you're gonna go to Texas to shoot this?
I'm gonna be going to Texas. He's gonna call me tomorrow to discuss my role, to send me the
Mm.
script. I'm gonna have a lot of dialogue, a lot of emotions involved with the dialogue, with the scenes. I'll be in Texas, he said, most likely end of April or end of May.
I have to be end of May because end of April you're going to Calvin Klein.
He knows about my Calvin Klein shoot. So he said if I do at the end of April, you can fly from Florida straight to Texas.
Woo! Nainesh, you're gonna be flying all over the place. You're gonna go from New York to Florida to Texas. So any stalkers that are listening, that's where he's going. You could follow him. And please let our listeners know where to follow you, website, socials. Where can we find you?
Everyone follow me on Instagram, Nainesh 4175 is my handle. Facebook, my full name, Nainesh Patel, and TikTok, Nainesh 4175.
All right. And as my final thought on many shows, don't forget to floss your teeth at least twice a day because you get one set of teeth, and once you get periodontal problems, once you get decay, it's not an easy life and it is very expensive. So floss those teeth, and also it's a quick way to lose friends if you're not flossing your teeth. So on that note, we're gonna throw it back to the studio for more Came from the Radio with Mark Torres.